To most people, the idea of intense training in a new discipline straight after the death of your husband would be too much. But for Annabel Croft, dancing appears to be just the medicine she needs. Asked if Strictly Come Dancing is responsible for putting a smile on her face after a tough year, she says, "I just love the fact that it just takes you away to a different place, trying something completely different, but also try and let go and try to be in the moment. We're trying to get there. I don't think I've got there yet. But try to feel the music and start to, once you've got the steps, then just to let go of everything and just dance and just be free in your spirit. And it is very joyful. It does take me back to my childhood a little bit." She continued, "I did ballet when I was about 4, but you have no inhibitions as a child. You have no baggage attached to you. So you're just very free, aren't you? It's taking me back to some of my childhood a little bit. It's really liberating. It's like every day Terry's a process and literally every second of every day is filled. But I'm enjoying it. I'm really loving it, actually. I pinch myself. No one would have begrudged Annabel if she had turned down or postponed the chance to do Strictly this year." She was widowed in May after losing her husband, Mel Coleman, to cancer. He was her first serious partner in life and they had been together for 36 years when he died just weeks after being diagnosed. But Mel was a Strictly fan and despite admitting to nerves and a painful night of tears ahead of the first week when he wasn't there to support her, the show has been bringing joy into her life. And she is throwing herself into training with professional partner Johannes Radebe. At 57, Annabel wouldn't be the youngest or most flexible celebrity in the competition this year. But she had years of tennis training, which saw her win Wimbledon and Australian Open girls tournaments in 1984 at the age of 17 and playing for Great Britain in the Fed Cup in 1985 and 1986. Despite retiring at 21 and moving into TV, she is used to discipline and working hard. "In broadcasting for how many years I've been doing it, you have a routine with that. But this is definitely taking me back to more of the structured routine of being a professional tennis player. So I think all athletes and people who are competitive that love that routine, they love the training. And it's nice just to get out of bed and know exactly what you're doing that day and you're just going to go to it and work as hard as you can." And alongside pro Johannes, she is putting in an astonishing amount of practice each week which would put most of the other competitors to shame. It's fair to say there are celebrities who are half Annabel's age who never train for 10 hours a day throughout the whole BBC series. And this also appears to be a welcome distraction from what she went through earlier in the year with her husband. "The first week I would say, is just exhausting. Literally one day I just thought, oh my god, I feel like I've been hit by a truck. I just couldn't get out of bed. But I've got used to it now, my body's adapted to what's required and we have put in hours. I've definitely got a lot of stamina, so I'm quite happy to put the hours in. I just feel like I enjoy it. So it's like, what else am I going to do? Go home and just twiddle my thumbs? You haven't got that much time to get these dances together. It's 4 days, which is not a lot of time. So I figured if I can do longer hours and make it an extra day or something, then that's helpful, isn't it? I'm learning so much, it's unbelievable. I'll be sad when it's all over." Her partner Johannes adds, "I've never worked this many hours ever since I've been on Strictly. Darling, yesterday we did 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. and then the other day we went for another 2 hours and it was 10 hours. And that's unheard of at this stage of the competition. You start doing that as the competition progresses. That's how I always monitor as to where we are. But Annabel has really taken me by surprise and am grateful, honestly, I am, for the fact that she's got that enduring spirit. It really has been a beautiful process in that regard because I've got somebody who pushes me, and it's just lovely that she's really here to learn how to dance and to say, it's not about the glory of it all. Another element Annabel is enjoying is the costumes she gets to wear in the program. It's just an unbelievable team of people that are the best in the business, who are equally as dedicated to their profession as Johannes is to dancing or I am to what I do. And I really think they deserve an enormous amount of credit because of the detail that they go into. They will be touching up or sewing you into something just to make it perfect before everybody goes out. And they're so creative. I think they're absolutely phenomenal. I love watching them work. And it is perhaps understandable given how in shape she looks that Annabel says she has never thought about going under the knife and is unlikely to ever have surgery. When I was younger I was quite overweight at one point in my life, and so I've always been interested in health and fitness, but I've never worried about my body, not for many, many years. I don't worry about what I look like at all. I'm just very happy with what I am. I don't feel I need to go and have breast implants or stuff in my face. I'm just very happy with how I am. I think it's important to know what you are and just be happy with what you are instead of always trying to change yourself. That will not make you happy. The happiness has definitely been reflected on screen so far. Last week she scored 30 points for an emotional waltz to Moon River from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Judge Craig Revel Horwood said it showed big improvement whilst Shirley Ballas said pure class, proud of you. This week the pair will be performing a jive to Feel It Still by Portugal. The Man. An excited Annabel says the dance is fast and frantic, it's like being on a giant bouncy castle with 2 rockets attached to your feet. Asked if Strictly makes her feel sexy, mother of 3 Annabel adds, yes, it helps you zing into gear and feel special to go and do the dance. It does add an extra kind of excitement about all of it, doesn't it? It gives it an extra oomph and energy. The show is often credited with cheering up viewers after a long tough week at work. In this case it is also putting a smile and sexiness back into one of the contestants. Strictly Come Dancing continues on Saturdays and Sundays on BBC One. Both shows are available to stream on BBC iPlayer. Follow Mirror Celebs on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.
I just